All right, Sticks, you're back for the back nine. If you remember, I finished the front nine at even par, playing pretty good. That was with 3 bogeys, 3 birdies, 3 pars. Interesting front nine that it was. Now I've kind of stabilized that round, headed towards the back. First hole's a par 5. Let's see what we can do.
So here we are on 10, downhill par 5 with water short, not playing super long. Wind is helping. It's definitely helping my draw coming from the right. Smoke show. Best drive of the day. And when you saw this thing bounce in the fairway, you just knew that it was just going to race down the fairway a long, long way. All in all, that drive went 350 yards.
This is a tough little shot if I want to go anywhere near that pin.
So par 5, I've only got, I think 160 so yards left, but that pin is tucked behind a bunker. Greens are firm. It's actually a really difficult pin to get to, despite having just an 8-iron in my hand. So I elected to try to hit the cut. It's the only way I'm going to get it to softly land near this hole. Hello, double cross. That's a little bit left of the line that I wanted to start on. I wanted to cut it.
Crushed it with the double cross.
So, just over the green. This is not the world's hardest chip, but out of the rough, I'm trying to kind of hit a flop shot. Trying to get it elevated so that it hits soft. You've seen some of the chips roll out quite a ways downhill. This is also downhill. I wanted to make sure I didn't hit it too far off the green, so we're going upstairs. Too far upstairs. You see, it did run out quite a ways, but I left myself 12, 13 feet. So after smoking a drive, that is not what you want on a par 5. 13, 14 feet for birdie. Feel like I deserved better, but it's what you got. So quit whining. Make the putt. Get the back nine started just like the front nine started. Good birdie start. Race to the finish. So good stroke here. I had to be a little bit defensive. You can see the knees go a little bit because I thought I had a chance, but doesn't quite catch the lip. Tap in par. So through 10 holes, we are still even par. That one hurts a little bit because that's a good opportunity. You want to take care of those opportunities. A par 5 with an 8-iron in your hand, that's got to be a birdie every single time. And I was probably too cute trying to hit the cut. If I'd have just hit the middle of the green, I'd have made a birdie there. This par 4 is kind of crazy with all that water there, but and again, really fits a cut shape better than a draw shape, but I'm just going to shove my draw down the right-hand side, let it draw to the middle of the fairway. Hope that's good enough. Another one where I could have just hit a driving iron, but I kind of like hitting driver to get past some of the trouble. You can see if I carve it out a little up there, I take kind of that smaller lake out of play, so that's why I hit the driver.
Thank you.
And smoked it.
87 yards.
So another one, middle of the fairway, just a wedge in hand. I was doing a good job of shortening these holes and putting myself in a good scoring position. Pin's just kind of behind that front bunker. What I've really been working on is making sure I keep the ball to the right of where I line up. Obviously I haven't done that on every shot that I hit today, but I want to make sure I keep my head still to the left and I get that ball started to the right of my target. Because if it starts to the left, it's never going to get closer with my draw. And I did a good job here. I actually left it more right than I wanted. Didn't think I was going to carry that bunker, but it did. Got the distance right.
Thought I left that short in the bunker. Turns out I'm playing for birdie.
Another good look at birdie. Just 12 feet or so. You can see where I landed. Just about a foot onto the green. Didn't cover the bunker by much, but I got a good look. This is down the hill and sliding. There weren't very many straight putts on this golf course. Lots of subtle break, particularly with the fast bend greens. So you got to commit to it breaking and hit it out there. And I was a little defensive there. I saw, it falls off past the hole, and I wasn't trying to get myself in trouble. So another easy par. but I would have liked to be a little bit more aggressive on that birdie putt, give it a chance. Playing defense. Next hole, short par 4, but into the wind. Chose a driving iron here. I didn't need a driver, so just trying to aim in the middle of the fairway, give myself a wedge in hand. And another toey pull. Did not hit that well. There's bunkers over there, and I actually landed on the back side of them and got a fantastic kick forward down the hole to give me a 253-yard driving iron. Yeah, I'll take that. I did not deserve that. That was a poor strike that got a good result.
85 yards with the backstop.
Another hole with just a wedge in.
Nice shot.
Another scoring opportunity. Now, not knowing the course, I'm looking at this shot, and it does look like there's a backstop behind the hole. Like, if I hit it hard enough, it'll land and it'll spin back, get close, and cuddle up to the hole. When I got to the green, that backstop was well past the flag. I would have had to hit it 20 yards past the flag to really hit the backstop. So, from an execution standpoint, didn't know the course well. Hit the shot that I wanted to hit 10, 12 feet past the hole. The backstop just wasn't there to spin back.
I think I got it all the way back.
So I left myself with this, still down the hole, still down the hill, I should say, for birdie. Good look, another opportunity. Start carving away. Did not read that much break. It's a good putt, good speed. You can see how softly I'm having to hit these putts. When you're above the hole like that, you just can't be aggressive. All right, par 5 going downwind. This is a better opportunity, and looks like I can kind of carry those bunkers, or I'm close to carry those bunkers on the right-hand side. So I'm aiming at the bunkers and trying to hit a draw back to the middle of the fairway. And that one just didn't draw as normal, but that bounce was fantastic. I actually hit it right on the hill, and it bounced left, kind of back into play instead of bouncing into one of those deep bunkers where I would have for sure had to lay up.
That was incredible.
And I'm clearly excited because so far I'm getting some good bounces. You got to take advantage when you get a good bounce. And so I'm not in a deep bunker, but the lie was kind of awkward. My feet were on a big slope, and the ball was kind of sitting on a weird fluffy grass kind of lie, which I always find difficult to hit a long iron off of a fluffy lie. And I just caught it a little heavy, little blocked. Never really got it on the center of the club face. You can see I'm mad at the lie. But all in all, I'm still close to the green. From a mistake standpoint, if you're not going to hit it on the green, which I probably wasn't going to with that bunker in front, I should have aimed for the flatter part of the fairway. Now I've got an awkward lie from just 40 yards, but the ball's 10 inches above my feet, and you got to watch for the ball squirting way to the left when you hit these short wedges, which is exactly what it did. Squirted left. Distance was good, though. I mean, it hit to the front of the green.
Not terrible.
But I gave myself
lie.
a tougher chip than I needed to because of that approach shot that wasn't very good off of that lie. I should have adjusted knowing that lie wasn't very good. So another 12-footer or so for birdie. I feel like I've had a lot of those today. That tells you how good the ball striking is, but you got to make some. Lips out.
You had the right line. I think you just
Ted thought it was a good putt. I knew better.
that
I
line.
pushed that. I lined it up and then didn't trust it. Didn't hit the line on the ball.
Did you?
Pushed it to the right of where I was
So
aiming.
I had you one cup out. Did
Don't you
go
just wish
from that?
sometimes that you could rewind and try again?
Five is a 12, but I'm trying this Titleist with a 10 for my sand.
I had to read. Just didn't hit the line. We were waiting on the group in front of us, so that's why I took that putt over, just to kind of see if I had a chance to make it. Still marked it as a par. All right, par 3 up the hill, just a 9-iron. Again, trying to keep it right of the target. Pins on the far left. I don't want to miss left of the green. Put a pretty good swing on it, but up the hill, just didn't quite get it all the way to the green. Just off the front edge.
It's the right club.
See, I'm missing on the right spot, though. You had water and sand and all that on the right-hand side. Left is pretty wide open. Now, if you miss further left, like where Teddy's bag is, you're going to have a downhill chip, and it's going to be difficult to stop the ball. where I am right in front of the green, it's kind of uphill to the hole and relatively docile. You'll notice I get to the right-hand side and I'm looking at it. What I'm trying to study is once it gets on the green, is it downhill or is it uphill? And I find that by getting to the side and looking at it, you can really tell what that slope is doing, so I know how hard I need to hit this putt. Particularly putting from off the green, what you can't see is that first 4 to 5 feet before you get on the green is straight uphill and through fairway. So trying to gauge how quick it's going to come through that, because I know once it hits the green, it is going to accelerate. You can see it kind of squirts off there. I thought I might make it. Nope. Another par. So I'm definitely making it easier on myself these last handful of holes, right? I was complaining about not making pars early, and now I'm kind of complaining about making pars because I've had good birdie looks. Next hole, short par 4. You do have wind off the left, which is kind of my nemesis. I tend to block it and miss it to the right, so I've got to concentrate. Swing hard, make sure the ball stays on target. Or miss it off the heel and hit a straight one that dribbles down the fairway. So good miss, 270 yards down the middle of the fairway. I won't complain, but that swing never felt comfortable. Never liked it. Another hole where I've got just a wedge in my hand. The pin is just to the left of that bunker. Trying to get it started more towards the middle of the green. Just give myself a putt at it. And another one where I just wasn't quite committed to it. Catch it on the toe. Turn it over a bit. Ends up just short of the green. But as far as misses go, it's an up the hill putt from the fringe. Very similar to what I had on the last hole. And if you're where Ted is on the other side, it's awful. It's down the hill and very defensive. Here I can be kind of aggressive and try to make it. You just see it squirt left halfway there. I wasn't mad at the putt. I guess I should say I was disappointed with it. I wanted a better stroke from where I was. Didn't quite do what I thought it was going to do, but an easy par nonetheless. This is a tough par 3. That pin is way back there on the right, almost 190 yards. It is a little bit downhill. I've got a 6-iron in hand, but to get where that pin is, I've got to hit a cut. I told you I don't like hitting cuts, but I can do it with irons. I'm working on that shot shape in a bit. I want to be more confident with it. And that was actually a really good stroke, but it does go a little further right than I wanted. I didn't start it on the left side of the green. Started it closer to the flag.
Just started a little too far to the right.
But for a 6-iron, I got all that to get it past the hole. This one, the camera doesn't do it justice. It's way down the hill. I'm actually standing on a huge downslope when I hit this shot, and I got to just barely land it on the green and watch it trickle. It's another one for a short shot. You got to hit it as high as you hit it far. Got to be confident and still have speed at the bottom with the club. Because if you decel at all, you'll either leave it in the rough or you'll blade it all the way across the green. It's going to be a hard one to leave short. And I hit it just perfect. You saw how soft that landed when it hit. And trickled just past the hole. Honestly, if you gave me 9 more shots, I don't think I could hit it closer than that. So, another easy par. And that's 9 straight pars after kind of up and down start to the round. Sitting at even par. Really like to make a birdie here and close strong. This is one of the longer par 4s. It's one of the harder holes on the golf course. But it's the first one that's a draw shape. This should really fit my eye. Just started at the bunker, draw to the middle of the fairway. Been waiting for this hole all day. And maybe I was over anxious because I kind of toe hooked it into the trees. Finally had one that fit my shot shape and I just didn't give it my full attention. Bounded off some trees, drive only went 230 yards, and I'm in some trouble. I have no path to the green here. What I'm trying to do is hit a little punch cut around this first tree and just try to get it back in play. I've got no shot to the green from as far away as I am. And I pushed it, barely missed the first tree, hit the tree behind it, but again,
You had kicked me in the fairway.
like it bounces me right into the middle of the fairway where I got a wedge in my hand. I did not deserve that. When the golf course is giving you breaks, you got to take advantage. When it's not giving you breaks, you got to smile and fight through it. Just a wedge here. Try to get up and down for par. Keep your momentum going. Pins on the left. It should fit my draw shape. And I got it started on the right line, but it's another one where I just hit it too soft off the toe, probably. Stayed short of the pin. And have another 30 feet to save my par. You see the trees really whipping. I mean, it was a beautiful day for November. It's a pretty shot. So, another tap-in bogey here to finally get off of this streak of pars. Not the way I wanted to get off of the streak of pars for the way I'm hitting it, but solid. I mean, I've hit 2 poor tee shots on the day on holes 2 and hole 17. In between, almost every tee shot has been in play in a great spot, which brings us to 18. Not a super long hole, but playing more uphill and into the wind. Tee shot goes down, the second shot goes up. Another one I don't think I hit my best, toey. I hit a lot of kind of alligator arms is what I call it, where you're pulling the club in and catching it on the toe end versus getting it in the center of the club face, which means it doesn't go quite as far or quite as straight.
It's like I drew it up.
But I did split those 2 bunkers, so I avoided the big miss.
Nice little pitching wedge into the wind. Give me a birdie putt.
And have myself in a spot where if I can get on the green, I'll have a birdie look. Just a wedge in my hand, so certainly shouldn't be certainly shouldn't be thinking about anything worse than par. Just get it on the green, give yourself a chance. Let's close out the round strong. I've played well today. And with the bounces I'm getting, I'm probably not making a new best friend in Teddy. He's probably tired of watching me get these kicks. I say that kidding. Teddy was great. He was a fantastic playing partner. We had a really good time.
Button, I think that's front of the green.
All right, I didn't get the first lag putt, but I did roll about 5 feet by, and this is one where you're going to kick yourself if you're walking off of a bogey. You got to make the par. End on a good note. And when the greens are rolling that good, you can confidently knock it in. So, end the day with a 73, 1 over because of that bogey on 17. 3 birdies on the card. Kind of a rocky start. Lots of 12-footers.
Yeah. All right, we're all done playing. Let's review the round and see what we can learn from that solid round today. For starters, looks like I set the course record for V1 game. That's awesome, 73. The average score over 8 rounds, 75.8. Cool. 73 is a great score. I feel pretty good about that. Maybe could have been a little better. But so along those lines, if I go look at the potential that I had for the round says 71. That's mainly because I had 2 3-putts. Really, I would actually make that potential even lower if you include the 2 times that I hit into recovery situations off the tee and had to get out of trouble. But still, potential is 71. 32 putts on the day. I scrambled 4 times out of 6. That short game was fantastic. As fast and difficult as those greens were, really did a good job getting up and down. I hit 12 out of 18 greens. That's a lot for me. I averaged closer to 10, so good ball striking today. Greens were soft, and they are a little big, so that factors into it as well. But I was in play off the tee all day, so that certainly helped as well. Even though I only had 6 out of 14 fairways, I wasn't in bad spots for the most part. I had a couple of drives into recovery, but that's all right. Average drive was 270, cooler, and quite a few holes you didn't necessarily hit driver. But long drive 346, solid. If I look at it from a strokes gain perspective against a scratch, I gained in almost all categories. That almost never happens for me. I almost always lose strokes approach, so really good iron day. And then my driving has been improving, so good day. Let's dive in. If I go to my short game, you can see I scrambled again 2/3 of the time. My average proximity was 10 feet. Did a really good job getting up and down when I did miss the green. Average day driving, but you will see that I favored the left. Got some work to do there. I think, I got quick on a couple of them. I got away with a lot of them, even though I did miss to the left. And I had the 2
shots that I hit into recovery errors, so no penalties, but hitting into 2 recovery situations means I could have improved there because they at least cost me 1 bogey, if not 2 bogeys on those holes. Putting day, average putting day. Again, I had the 2 3-putts, but I didn't miss any short ones. Inside 6 feet, I was solid. Greens were rolling really good, even though they were fast. And the 2 3-putts that I had, one of them was on the second hole, I believe, but just 12, 13 feet above the hole. Great approach shot, but stupid fast, and it rolled like 10 feet by. So I'm really happy with the way that I putted today. And then good approach day. I hit 75% of the greens. Again, this removes drives where I was in recovery situations. So when I did have a chance to hit the green, I hit it 75% of the time. When I did miss, I was missing right around the greens. Really good day with the irons. Really good ball striking. If you look at what types of shots I hit, look, pretty decent distribution. You can see I had a lot of wedges. I was hitting it, less than 125 yards most of the time. Good news. Good hitting there. And that's really kind of the overall summary. So if I look at it, am I happy with the 73? Absolutely. Could that have been lower? Absolutely. I bogeyed 3 holes in a row starting on the second hole that were just kind of lame bogeys, if you will. And then I went on this huge par streak where I was actually striking the ball really well and just couldn't get the ball in the hole, kind of stymied and stopped making birdies after that 7th hole. Ball striking was good. 73 is good. Getting closer to breaking 70. Good decisions. Good ball striking. That's what a stick does. Thanks for watching. That's the really the 2nd or 3rd episode here on Course Vlogs with the Good Miss. Thanks for watching.